Though, how many of you out there have been out on a fantastic night and loved it and poured down the pints all evening and then you woke up in the morning and thought, oh my God. You find yourself...
I'm a Christian boy.
You find yourself upside down in a sleeping bag and you're trying to undo the zip with your toes. And you say, oh geez, never again.
Oh, Diageo.
Oh, Diageo. And you might go, oh, no, never again, never again. So, goodbye to the port and brandy, to the vodka and the stag, the Swedish and the harpic in the bottle of Rattigate. As I sat looking up at the Guinness, said I could never figure out how your man stayed up on the surfboard after 14 pints of stout. I dreamt a dream the other night, I couldn't sleep a wink. The rats were trying to count the sheep and I was trying to get off the drink. There was footsteps in the parlour and voices on the stairs, and I was climbing up the walls and moving round the chairs. I looked out from under the blanket and up at the fireplace. There was the Pope and John F. Kennedy and fucking staring me in the face. Suddenly it dawned on me, I was getting the old DTs when the Child of Prague and Michael Flatley danced across the mantelpiece. Back off, Flatley. Oh, goodbye to the port and brandy, to the vodka and the stag, the Swedish and the harpic and the bottle of Rattigate. As I sat looking up at the Guinness, said I could never figure out how your man stayed up on the surfboard after 14 pints of stout. Well, I swore upon the Bible I'd never again touch a drop. My heart was palpitating, was sure it was going to stop. And thinking I was dying, I gave my soul to God to keep, and 10 to St. Anthony to help me get some sleep. I fell into an awful nightmare, got a dreadful shock, when I dreamt there was no duty-free at the airport down in Knock. Ian Paisley was saying the rosary and Mother Teresa was on the pill, and Frank Pattinson was out of his head and singing Spencer Hill. Oh yeah, that Frank. Oh, goodbye to the port and brandy, to the vodka and the stag, the Swedish and the harpic and the bottle of Rattigate. As I sat looking up at the Guinness, said I could never figure out how your man stayed up on the surfboard after 14 pints of stout. I dreamt I was in ecstasy in heaven and agony in hell, bored in limbo and purgatory as well. And there was original sins and venial sins and mortal sins by the score, so I tied barbed wire around my underpants and Giles flagellated me on the floor. Then I dreamt I was in a confessional box. An old bishop said to me, any impure thoughts, my child? And the fucking barbed wire was killing me. And I dreamt I was in a jacuzzi with Margaret Thatcher, and then I knew I'd never, ever drink again. Oh, goodbye to the port and brandy, to the vodka and the stag, the Smedic and the harpic and the bottle of Rattigate. As I sat looking up at the Guinness, said I could never figure out how your man stayed up on the surfboard after 14 pints of stout. There's a new verse for you here. I dreamt I was up in a rocket on a one-way trip to Mars, and the bully boy Conor McGregor and all those Burks from Castle Bar. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were grabbing Marie Le Pen, and I said to myself, if I ever come down again, I'll never ever drink again. Oh, goodbye to the port and brandy, to the vodka and the stag, the Smedic and the harpic and the bottle of Rattigate. As I sat looking up at the Guinness, and I could never figure out how your man stayed up on the surfboard after 14 pints of stout.